Kia ora. Over the next couple of days, we'll be keeping a very close eye on this deep area of low pressure moving across that far northeastern corner of New Zealand. It's likely to bring heavy rainfall, strong winds and some high seas around the eastern coast of New Zealand. So there are already severe weather warnings in place in many parts of Hawke's Bay and up towards Tairāwhiti. So do keep a close eye on those forecasts. You can find the latest on metservice.com. You can see as we head through the rest of the afternoon on Tuesday, this low pressure moves very slowly down towards the south, but it feeds this rainfall in towards that eastern coast. Some heavy falls through Hawke's Bay up in towards Tairāwhiti, and I think we are going to find the heaviest up in towards the ranges through there. But you can see it throws a fair covering of cloud across the entirety of the North Line and feeds some of that rainfall on towards the South Line. But by far and away, the heaviest rainfall up in that northeastern corner and the strongest winds through there as well. The isobars, these white lines, a good indication of that strength of the wind. As we head through the night time, you can see there's not an awful lot of change in our pressure pattern. This low pressure stays close by, continues to feed that cloud and wet weather on towards the North Island. Some clearer skies out towards places like Northland and Auckland, but even here we'll find some showers running up that western coast, sorry. While down south, we'll find some clearer skies through parts of Southland and Fiordland, more cloud through Canterbury and some patchy rain or drizzle there. But again, the real focus will be that area of low pressure off that northeastern corner of the country. As we head in towards Wednesday, things are slowly changing. You can see this is just gradually drifting away towards the north and the east, but we continue to keep hold of that feed of strong winds and heavy rainfall on that eastern side of the country. So again, those watches and warnings run through in towards Wednesday to about 9 p.m. for places like the northern areas of Hawke's Bay. Generally, the further west you are, the better the weather will be. In that case, I mean settled and dry for places like Westland and down towards the south. A fine looking story for Southland and Otago. Just a nod shower up towards the likes of, say, Auckland. But again, our focus is going to really be on that eastern coast over the next few days. We have heavy rain warnings through Hawke's Bay and Tairāwhiti with the heaviest rainfall up across these northern parts of Hawke's Bay, where we could find as much as 180 to 240 millimetres of rainfall through some of those more inland areas, but generally a wet story across that eastern coast quite extensively. Not only the wet weather, also a windy story. You can see we've got strong wind warnings in place through those areas from, say, Wairoa up in towards Tairāwhiti. Also a watch out towards the eastern side of the Bay of Plenty, east of, say, Whakatane. So we are looking at some stronger winds through there as well. Gusts perhaps 120 kilometres an hour, not out of the question. Head along to our severe weather warning show for more information on those. But you can see for the North Island, the further west you are, the better chance of staying dry with some brighter, sunnier skies. There's more cloud as we head further towards the east, as we run in towards this area of low pressure with that heavy rainfall feeding through Hawke's Bay and Tairāwhiti, and even in towards Wairarapa and down towards Wellington and find some of those showers running through. As we head through the afternoon, the better chance of seeing some of that wet weather creeping across in towards the central plateau, perhaps in towards parts of Manawatu and Wanganui, but for places like Waitomo, Waikato and up towards Auckland, a drier and clearer end to the day. In terms of our temperatures, it's relatively mild air that gets dragged across us, so our daytime highs around about 14 or so around those cloudier skies in the east, 16s and 17s up towards Auckland and Northland. For the South Island, we are looking at drier and brighter conditions down that western coast and down towards Fiordland. More cloud sits on this eastern side. You can see we've got this patchy rain and drizzle that lasts through Canterbury and Marlborough through the day. More rain there you can see up towards the north. And it stays pretty much that way as we head through the daytime. The best of the brightness down in the south, some clearer skies through parts of Southland and Westland. Better places to be if you're looking for drier and brighter weather on that western coast. In terms of temperatures, out towards places like Westport and Hokitika, 15 degrees Celsius with plenty of sunshine, a little bit cooler out on the eastern side beneath that layer of cloud, and temperatures overnight just edging closer towards freezing in those more inland parts of Canterbury. As we head through to Wednesday and Thursday morning, we'll find that low pressure is still close by. It's moving away, but it's still enough to bring some showers in towards parts of the eastern side of the country. It will get better, but I think we are still going to keep hold of those showers through towards at least the end of the day on Thursday and into Friday. A brief gap between these two systems, this next one coming in from the south, should hopefully give many of us a bit of a clearer skies as we head through Thursday night into Friday. But you can see we have got this next feature just pushing through in towards the far south of the country by Friday to bring some wetter weather in towards Westland once we head through towards Friday itself. That's it from me. There's more at metservice.com.